Welcome to Everything Commanders with your host, Dream Team Buddha. Hail to the Commander. What's good, y'all? It's your boy Dream Team Buddha coming to you with another video. Look, it's just a quick video. The Super Bowl has been played, and the Philadelphia Eagles has won the Super Bowl, the 2024 season Super Bowl. Shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles. Let's give it up to them real quick. The Eagles balled out. They played their tails off from the beginning of the season to the end of the season. They started off a little shaky, but then they got it together like the great teams do. And the Eagles proved that they were the best team in the National Football League the 2024 season. Watching that game, it was pretty shocking to see it take place like it did, because I kind of felt like it would be a great game, but that wasn't no great game, man. It made me feel better about my Commanders, the L we took. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not making no excuses or whatever the case may be. I'm just saying, like, when the Commanders took their L, by the way the Eagles put a whooping on us, I felt like, yeah, like maybe we need more than we think we need in the off season. And they kind of like brought it down on us hard. No diddy. But the way they manhandled the Kansas City Chiefs, this goes to show that the Eagles, they were destined to win the Super Bowl, and they played perfect. Outside of Jalen Hurts throwing that one pick, but they defense played so well that Jalen Hurts, that one interception really couldn't hurt them because their defense was on fire, okay? And one thing that game reminded me is that defense wins championships. Although we already knew this, but to actually see it on display like it was on a big stage like that, it just reassures that, you know. And the last time I seen a Super Bowl domination like this was the Legion of Boom, Seattle Seahawks. That defense they had one year, and I think they went up against the Colts. I think they went up against the Colts or something like that, or the Broncos, one of the two. But their defense went crazy, and Russell Wilson and them didn't really have much to do because their defense was going too crazy. Like they was having their way, and they really showed that. They really reassured the whole world, the nation, that defense wins championships. And we really haven't seen a game such a performance like the Philadelphia Eagles put on in the Super Bowl against the Kansas City Chiefs lately, the last decade. You know, going back to about the last decade, I would say, or so, whatever the case may be, whatever, 5 to 10 years, I ain't seen it. I'm gonna say the last decade. The last decade, I ain't seen no defense play like that on a stage as monumental as that was, and the Philadelphia Eagles did so. So, with that being said, and the way that game turned out, I kind of want to reevaluate, you know, what the Commanders should do in the off season. What I think the Commanders should do in the off season. At first, I was, you know, looking forward to getting some weapons and whatnot offensively around Jaden Daniels and possibly an edge rusher and, you know, maybe another linebacker or two or some corners. I still think we should do those things, but at the same time, my main concern right now is in the trenches, because the Eagles are in our division, and we have to play the Eagles twice a year. And to have a Super Bowl champ sitting in your division, you need to make sure that you build your roster around beating those Eagles. Much respect to the Eagles. You know, it's no excuses, no nothing. They handle it. I mean, they handled every opponent they put in front of them. They lost it. They lost to us, okay, and they haven't lost a game. I think in the last, I don't know, they a hell of a long weeks. You know, we the only team that beat them in like 10 to 12 weeks, something like that. And we all know that Jalen Hurts got hurt. And a lot of their fans kept trying to tell us, well, if Jalen Hurts was in the game, then they would have won the game. And we stated our claim saying that that's not true, and they still play good offense. Whatever the case may be, we won the game. Things happen, injuries happen. So with Jalen Hurts there, I ain't seen Jalen Hurts play that good since back when he first his second year. I really haven't seen him play that good in a game. Whereas though I felt like he had the threat of his arm and his legs all in one game. He pretty much been one dimensional, and I guess it's because of the offensive coordinators and how they used them over the past couple seasons. So maybe that's the issue. Maybe that's the thing. But that's the best I've seen him play in a couple years, honestly. And you can correct me if I'm wrong, but at the same time, that's the best I've seen him play. So Saquon Barkley, I knew for a fact that Saquon Barkley, yes, he's great, and he's the best running back in the NFL for 2024 for sure. But at the same time, when you face off against a great defense, a great run defense, all that goes out the window. Just like the Eagles got a great run defense, and they got a great defense, period. So no matter how powerful you may think your offense may be, you go up against that Eagles defense, they're going to humble you. So they pretty much bottled up Saquon Barkley, and they forced Jalen Hurts to beat him. And one thing they forgot about was the defense. The defense beat them, you know. Jalen Hurts, he managed the game. He did what he had to do. Played a great game. He made the big throws when the big throws had to be made. The rest was letting them boys play. They really wasn't siding with the Chiefs like everybody thought they was going to side with the Chiefs. I don't know if they were trying to make a statement, but, you know, people been saying the Chiefs, and I'm one of the people that been saying the Chiefs was getting help from the refs. And this is the most I've ever seen it talked about on national television. So maybe it was time. They felt like it was time to actually step back and allow the Eagles have a fair fight on the same level as their opponent. And it showed, man, who was the better team. But the Chiefs been struggling all year long, man. The Chiefs somewhat was like the Commanders, you know. Even though we look better offensively, but we still had a struggling defense throughout the whole year. Yeah, they played good enough to win some games for us, but our defense was trash. Our offense was pretty good. Our defense was subpar. They was bottom of the league. You know what I'm saying? And I know it was year one for the defense or whatever, and we had a whole bunch of free agents on defense, and then with injuries and whatever. All the excuses aside, our defense wasn't the greatest, and our offense wasn't the best either. It's just that we had Jaden Daniels. But once that mojo, or should I say, once the gas ran out, and he couldn't elevate the people that was around him because we kept making our own mistakes and, you know, too many turnovers, that and the fourth. We've been doing good all season long with limiting our turnovers, winning the turnover battle each game, and just when the moments came, the lights got bright, we just fumbled the ball, you know, interception, whatever the case may be. So I said all that to say that the Eagles they are the best team in the NFL, and we have to match their energy. We got to match their energy, because if we don't match that energy, they're gonna be whooping tails for seasons to come. So the Chiefs, like I said, they showed the whole world that if you ain't got your trenches together, you can't beat the Eagles. And although they got big Chris Jones, he did get hurt in the game. Although they got big Chris Jones, they was able to slow down the run defense. Warden, Chris Jones, Bolton, all them boys, they was playing their tails off. They was team tackling, they was on the ball, and they did what they had to do to ball up Saquon. But like I said, what they didn't account for was Patrick Mahomes stinking it up, trying to do too much, playing hero ball, trying to go for extra when it wasn't needed. Like, if you get stopped, throw the ball away, punt it. Don't give them boys, don't give them no help, okay? If it was left up to their offense to actually beat the Chiefs against the number 2 defense in the NFL, I think it would have been a closer game. I don't think the Chiefs would have won now because the way it turned out. But I'm saying, if you know the Chiefs didn't turn over the ball so much, and it's not like somebody just was, shut somebody down and they was picking stuff off. The Eagles just making too many mistakes. Patrick Mahomes was throwing the ball right to the defenders. Like, they had it given to them. You know what I'm saying? But they took advantage of it. And the trash teams don't take advantage of those opportunities. The Eagles did what they had to do. They understood the assignment. And now they are hosting the Lombardi Trophy. So, shout out to them. But for us, like I said, this offseason, I think we need to work in the trenches, man. We need to get our trenches stronger. We need to strengthen our trenches. Now, I'm going to do a slew of videos, a series of, free agents and who I think we should let go, who I think we should bring in. So I want y'all to stay tuned for that. But I think the key to this offseason, the key word is trenches. Trenches. We need to build around Jayden Daniels. And it's not to say that the people that we got can't get better. I don't know if Brandon Coleman going to actually be that left tackle we need. Maybe with a great offseason, he'll come in ready to go, stronger, bigger, more physical, more wiser, and maybe, just maybe, he'll be on the level that we need for him to be a dominant left tackle in this league. And, with Sam Cosmi, with him getting injured, we don't know if he's going to be ready for the season because he got hurt in the playoffs. So we really don't know how that's going to go. So, like I said, as far as the offensive line, Allegretti, he could be, we could actually get another guard or whatever the case may be. And even if we got to kick Brandon Coleman in the inside and get another left tackle, whatever they figure out they want to do, we need to do it. You know what I'm saying? They need to be working hard this offseason. As far as the defensive side go, the way I see it, Jonathan Allen is on his last year of his contract, I believe. And Deron Payne, we already know we gave him that big deal. So he's on year 3 of that big deal. So I think he has 2 years left. This gonna be his 3rd year, so I think it was a 4-year extension. I don't know, something like that. But we do have him. We do have Johnny Newton, and Johnny Newton played his tail off last year, but it was too much like a rookie. He didn't make that much of an impact, and I'm looking for more from him this next season upcoming. I hope he work his tail off because he experienced what it's like to go up against those big beefed up offensive linemen like the Eagles got, or the Cowboys, or the Giants' offensive line ain't the best, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna get better this year. But we gotta focus on winning the division. So with that being said, I look for him getting stronger. The edge. We got Armstrong still on the roster, but I think that we really need to upgrade that position. So I'm hoping that we can make a trade and possibly get Myles Garrett or Max Crosby, or one of the two, or we'll see what else they got in store for us out there. The way the Eagles play, they got some free agents. They got some free agents that's coming off their team. If we want to take a look at them, I don't know too much about Josh Sweat, but like I said, man, we'll do a deep dive into it on the next video that I put out or whatever. But I think we need to focus on the trenches in the offseason, point blank period. We focus on the trenches, we'll be 10 times better than we were last year. What good is Jayden if you can't use him the proper way? He was running for his life in that Eagles game, just like Patrick Mahomes, but it's just Jayden is much more elusive and he can move around faster than Patrick Mahomes. I didn't expect Patrick Mahomes to play that bad, but he did. So we'll see. This offseason, let's just build in the trenches and let's go from there. But that's all I wanted to tell y'all for this video right here. Like I said, I'm going to drop a series of videos because it's off-season time. The season is officially over. So that's how we're going to do it. If you're new to the channel, hit the sub button. Do me a favor, hit that sub button. If you like the content, Commanders fans, I appreciate each and every last one of you Commanders fans. If you're a fan of another team, I appreciate you too. If you here and you seeing this video and you like the channel and you know subscribe to the channel, I appreciate you all. You know, it's definitely not. I definitely won't take it for granted, and I appreciate each and every last one of y'all. And I don't feel like I'm entitled to any subscribers or whatever. I want to earn everything that I get. So I appreciate each and every last one of y'all who do subscribe to the channel. It means so much to me. And I appreciate y'all for helping me build my channel, as this is something new that I'm trying to work on. And you know, I'm just a Commanders fan who loves Commanders, and I'm an NFL fan first. So like I said, man, if you haven't already, hit the sub button. I appreciate y'all, and I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Like I always say before I get out of here, y'all, do it with me. Left hand up. Who are we? The Commanders. Catch you on the next one.